Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for April 2024. This is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Sagittarius, I hope you're sitting down for this. It is about to get really hot in here. This is a very, very big month. It is a game-changing month. It is a fiery month. It is a month where you're going to see a lot of changes, okay? A lot of changes. And it's because there's a lot of different energies in April, but it's also the first month that we have Mercury retrograde, okay? First Mercury retrograde of the year, the first solar eclipse of the year, and the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, the first time in over a decade. Wow. Okay, this is going to be big. This is going to be a really big month. Buckle up, because that's just, those are just like the high level things. There's so many. There's like a 6 conjunction. There's a lot happening this month. Okay, so let me move forward. Let me move forward and let's get started. Just a couple things I want you to take note of. Mercury retrogrades in Aries on April 1st. Now, one of the reasons why I'm going to bring a lot of attention to this is because you're going to appreciate it. And yes, I know a lot of people, when they hear Mercury retrograde, they're like, but yeah, all that's going to happen. Miscommunication, maybe like misplacing things, maybe, some travel delays, etc. But with the fact that this is such a fiery month, very, very big month, you're going to appreciate it. You're going to appreciate Mercury retrograde. It's going to help you reassess things, reevaluate things, rethink things. Okay, so I actually do like this. Now, it's very interesting because Mars is still in Pisces pretty much all month. Okay, and remember that rules your 4th house of home, your domestic sector. Now, it's overlapping with all these planets in Aries, everything that's happening in Aries. Venus on April 4th, moving into Aries. Okay, so April 4th, Venus moves into Aries for a few weeks. Now, why is this such a big deal? Is because Aries rules your 5th house of love and pleasure and romance and family and children. So there is going to be double emphasis on those areas in your life. The 5th house is also creativity, it's procreation, it's, even recreation. So keep that in mind. There's going to be a lot of focus there. Now, Venus in Aries is really fired up. It's like your passions on a whole other level. Again, this is in your 5th house. And so really amped up energy, very like Moulin Rouge. Okay. It's just like, It is. It can be very, like Dennis the Menace, that kind of energy. And it can be fun. Venus in Aries can be fun if you like fun. And it can be a time where you find yourself a little bit more impulsive than normal. So just keep that in mind. Again, this is happening in your 5th house of pleasure and love and romance, family, children, creativity. So just keep that in mind. All right. Because at this point, April 4th, we have the North Node, we have the Sun, we have Venus, we have Mercury, and a solar eclipse in Aries. Okay, now that solar eclipse in Aries is happening on the 8th. This is a very dramatic solar eclipse. When I say fiery, this is an eclipse that's got rocket boosters on it. So new moon, total solar eclipse, new moons, new beginnings, new cycles. So keep that in mind. Remember, the eclipses are associated with the nodes, the lunar nodes, all right? North node, south node. So there's that touch of destiny and fate involved with this. So just remember, this is going to be an eclipse to remember. And if you do live in North America, please go see it. This is the first time since 2017 we've had a total solar eclipse. Okay. Just go see it. Check out the path of the eclipse. See if you're near it. Go travel near it. It is a once in a lifetime kind of event, especially if because it's not happening again for a long time. Okay, for a long time. If in North America. All right. So just keep that in mind. Again, one thing that I want you to know about Aries energy is that it is I am of the zodiacs, right? So this eclipse is very different from that, full moon lunar eclipse, because full moons bring culmination, they bring conclusion, but that was in Libra, and Libra is we. So this eclipse in Aries is all about you. What do you want? It's all about what you want, okay? But again, you may just feel really amped up energy around this time. And a lot of new things starting to happen for you, okay? So the other day that I want you to pay attention to is April 10th, Mars conjuncting Saturn. I've talked about this, Sagittarius. This is when you may feel a squeeze when it comes to home related matters like moving, real estate, family, children, and things, just your domestic sector, because Mars and Saturn in a conjunction. Conjunctions are very powerful, and these are the two malefic planets that are now about to West Side Story. Okay. And so you could feel tested in that area of your life, because remember, they're both in Pisces. That rules your fourth house. So just remember, just be cool, find some, just grin and bear it, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And speaking of think about, like, if it could even literally, like the analogy I've been making for other signs, it couldn't be more appropriate for you. It's that, think about you've just moved into a new place and it's beautiful, and you got an infinity pool, you bought the good rugs, and you invited your family for the weekend, and they came with their 40 cats. They brought you one fork as a housewarming gift, and they also said, "Oh, we love this place. Thank you for inviting us for the weekend, but we decided we're going to stay here for 6 months." So this is when you're just going to be tested a little bit. You're going to be like, okay, so what do I do? Saturn is all about limitations. Mars is very aggressive and combative and competitive, and they're getting together like, mwahaha. So just remember, just be cool. Just be cool. You're Sagittarius. You're all about fun. Have fun with this in a way where you can find resolve to it if there is a big squeeze, okay? Again, we'll talk about this later. Now, on the 19th, Sun in Taurus. All right, so we officially move into Taurus season. This is going to be a big day itself, all right, because there's 3 major aspects happening this day on the 19th. And again, we'll talk about that later, because on the 20th, we have the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Now, the reason why this is such a big deal is because Jupiter is a planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, profit, expansion, faith, right? It's in this major conjunction, this powerful charge with Uranus, surprises, the unexpected, breakthroughs. So this is a day where you could get this lucky break. You could get a windfall. This is being at the right place at the right time. This is really, really nice. Great opportunities coming out of nowhere. This is really, really good. So I just want you to be aware that this is happening. Mark it in your calendar. There could be something here. Now it's actually happening in your 6th house. There could be, if you're, for instance, like a freelancer, you get some project that's really amazing and pays well out of nowhere. 6th house rules work, something happening with work that's really nice and surprising. And it is also health and fitness. Some of y'all could get a pet around this time, but 6th house is just daily activities. It's your routines. Now, so just again, mark this down. It's happening in Taurus, the finance side. I mean, there's like money, there's travel, there's all of that's happening here, because one of the reasons why you may feel it more than others is because it is Jupiter, and Jupiter is your ruling planet, Sagittarius. So anyway, we will talk about that later. And also, just to give you a heads up, May happens to be the best month of 2024, the luckiest month of 2024. Oh my goodness, there's so much. It's so nice. And that's when the sun is going to conjunct Jupiter. Anyway, so just look forward to May too. Oh, wow. So 23rd is a big day, okay? April 23rd, we have the full moon in Scorpio. Now, this is you definitely going to be in your head, and you may be feeling not only intuitive, but also emotional, maybe even digging into like this, your emotional intelligence. There's something here that's combining the two, because this full moon in Scorpio is going to happen in your 12th house. All right. And so the 12th house rules hidden things. It rules, intuition, your subconscious. So this is a very emotional full moon. And something comes to an end during full moons, okay? So just keep in mind, this one is pretty emotional, pretty deep. And the reason why is because, remember I said the sun is in Taurus, and we've got this moon in Scorpio. Now they're going to square Pluto, which is in Aquarius. So you see, those are 3 fixed signs. So there's a little, it's like, you got to budge through this, but it is going to be emotional. It is definitely going to be emotional, illuminating. I mean, go ahead and get your Adele playlist together, put on that Love Actually DVD. I mean, it is going to be an emotional time, but also a time where you may just unroot things because it is happening in your 12th house. So there could be some emotional, like, farewell to this way that you were thinking, or something you're deeply rooted in your subconscious that you're finally ending. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you. The other thing is that if you are watching this on March 27th, the day that I posted, it is officially my 2-year anniversary of launching this channel. So thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. I thank you for all your support. You know, I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. I'll give you the my little that's my celebratory. Anyway, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you, for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising for April 2024. Sagittarius, did you see my I want to know, raise your hand if you saw my last reading when y'all saw me like looking at the camera. Anyway, that was really funny. I had to. Anyway, Sagittarius, I do a traditional called a cross spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Sagittarius, you're amazing. I can take off my glasses now. And wow. Very, very interesting. Are any of y'all cross watchers? Do you watch for your rising or your Venus, or maybe for your partner or your anyone else? Because you'll notice there are 2 cards that are coming up in everyone's readings pretty much. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, you're going to be good, but you're going to be in your head and you're going to have to face some truths this month. Okay. And it's going to be remember I said this is a fiery month. All right. You being a fire side, like you may be in your element, but there is still going to be a lot of like thinking about things. You got the Knight of Wands. I love the fact that you got the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. So again, almost being in your zone and just going after the things that you want. Now, remember that I said travel may be a big thing for you as well. There could be some travel involved. There's a lot of travel involved with the Knight of Wands when the Knight of Wands shows up. But more importantly, it's all about it's really feeling that passion. Remember, Venus and Aries alone is just that passion. You're going to feel so much passion for this month and for the things that you want. Wands are all about your passions, even ideas that you have, and also work related. If you are here for work, remember there's a lot happening in your 6th house of work anyway, but you're going to be good. There's going to be a lot of transformative experiences for you, and you may already be feeling it. I would not be surprised if Sagittarians are feeling that your life is changing and things in your life are changing. Okay, now you've got the 7 of Wands in the heart of your spread. All right, very interesting here. So I really do want you to really trust your intuition on a lot of things. The 7 of Wands really is all about valor. That's what it is. You see this man here. He, first look at, he's wearing 2 different slippers. All right, so imagine someone, sleeping, being woken up in the middle of the night, right at the crack of dawn by all this noise, people coming after him, and he's just like, he's just putting on whatever he can find, goes out to defend everything that he's worked hard for. Okay, you see the other wands here. So this is standing your ground. This is drawing a line in the sand. You saying, no more. It's all about, think about the word valor, all right? If you trace it back to its etymological root, I mean, it's like standing the test of time there, all right? What is old French? It's, it's worth, it's value. That's what valor is, self-worth, self-value, all right? So really standing up for yourself this month, especially if people are coming at you in all different directions. That is going to be likely something that may happen with some of these aspects that are happening. And again, did I ever say, if you're new to my channel, after I do your spread, I break it down week by week. Okay. So I pull out my cards. I'm going to tell you everything that I want you to pay attention to, the good days, the challenging days, every week. I'm going to break it down. Also, I do leave the key descriptions in the key aspects in the description box if you want to follow along. Anyway, so yeah, this is a lot of you standing your ground this month because you also got the Two of Wands in your challenge area. So it really is more about knowing what you want, going for it, not letting anyone get in your way, okay? But being diplomatic about it. It's fiery energy. It's a fiery month, but it's almost like you need there could be someone that could be in your way with the Two of Wands, okay? Someone that could be in your way that may be a little like that person may be like no, right? Like there's so it's almost like there is that something's got to budge here energy. The other thing is that there could be a sense of you not ready to do something yet. Keep that in mind. Remember, I said trust your intuition. That's going to make all the difference this month, especially with a month like this. Trust your intuition because you did get the Two of Wands here as well. And so the Two of Wands is really just planning things. It's planning things. So there could be a lot of things that you may be just reassessing. Remember, use Mercury retrograde to reassess and rethink things. But there may be something that needs a little bit more thought, okay, as you move forward, and there because it may not be ready yet, especially if it's just something that you're passionate about. Now you got the Seven of Wands. So in your crown, the card that's coming up in a lot of spreads this month, Seven of Wands in your crown. So you could be thinking about someone that did something a little sneaky, a little mischievous, little just, like what's going on here? This card is associated with like lying, cheating, stealing. So to be honest, it could also be you that may be thinking about taking shortcuts and whatnot. But that's why I just want you to plan things out, spend some time reassessing things, okay? There is also a sense of when the Seven of Swords is looking at your entire spread here, there could be a sense of you. It's you that may need to hold back a little bit, reassess things, and face your truth and be honest with yourself because swords are all about truth at the end of the day. They're the mental suit too, and it ended up in your crown, all right? So there could be something here you may have to work out where it's just like, okay, I really have to face this on, or I really have to be honest about this situation. So keep that in mind. But again, there could be, honestly, it could be something where even like if you're strategizing around something, it could be in this very winning way, but it may not be something that pleases others, if that makes sense, with the Seven of Wands here. And you do see that you have the Five of Swords in your future too. That's why. So anyway, but you did get the Knight of Cups as well. So the Knight of Cups came up in the root of your spread. Very interesting, especially with your two knights. The Knight of Cups is, the Knight of Cups being in the root of your spread. It just seems like this month, all you want to do is follow your bliss. All you want to do is fill your cup. All you want to do is be emotionally fulfilled. And you could be in this place where you're moving forward with someone else too. Remember, you have a lot of stuff happening in your fourth house and fifth house. So, like a partner, like love, like even, Knight of Cups represents that, right? Someone else involved. You see, if you look down your cross, there's someone else involved. And it's so funny because there's all this stuff that's happening in the background, right? Especially with, these aspects. And there's people involved in the Seven of Swords, people involved in the Seven of Wands, and you just can't see them. And then with the Knight of Cups, the same thing is that you see him extending his cup. He wants to share it with someone else. So there's a sense of like bringing people in. Now, so there is that, which is really great. You moving toward the things that's going to fulfill you emotionally. But the other thing is, if you're not here for any of that, it's you just being emotionally fulfilled in the way that it's going to make your heart sing. Okay. There really, really is so much happening here that it's really, really interesting. But again, it really is going to be, a lot of it's going to be facing a lot of things that you may not want to, especially with the Five of Swords. So really, really be that person where you're just true to yourself.
You're just being authentic, okay? It is a month for that. Now, with a Five of Swords in your future, there is another card that's showing up in everyone's threads. There is gonna be something that you may feel a little, all right? There may be something that gets you're like, you're the archer. You're like, okay, I'm getting out my bow and arrow. Like, no, be cool. All right, be cool. But it is a month where a lot of people could have their collars flipped up, right? They're the 80s movie villain, Karate Kid, whatever. But look at that, okay? He's got 3 swords. It's already unfair. He's with the other 2 people here, they got a sword each, but they're moving away. So it's almost like, get to a point, ask yourself, can I drop these swords, right? Can I drop these swords? Do I need to have this conflict? This card ultimately is all about like self-respect, self-dignity. It's really, there could be some challenging moments or a challenging moment. But even still, looking at what's happening here, it just could be up here for you. There could be a lot of questions, things that you may not be happy with, again, with other people involved. Okay? But yeah, just it really is a time with the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Both, by the way, Aquarius cards. So Aquarius rules your 3rd house. All right, Sagittarius, that's communication. So be willing to communicate. And in any situation, I always say, be responsive, not reactive. All right. And that's what's going to help. But no, is this even worth my time? Is this worth the fight? Just know that. Okay. And feel good about being the better person in a situation. Coming out of this being the better version of yourself. Sagittarius, let's get to yourself. Oh my goodness. I'll clarify that too. Because I've been clarifying it for others when the Five of Swords, because it's just been so prominent. Let's do that now. King of Swords. You're good. Just don't. If you can avoid this, you're going to be fine. And another card that is coming up and everyone. So, okay. So you got the King of Swords. Clarifying the Five of Swords. King of Swords, this is truth. This is being honest with yourself. Okay? This is being honest with yourself. This is the only king that looks directly at you. He's got nothing to hide. He's faced all his truth. And the other thing is, no one can hide anything from this king. Okay? This is the king that makes you shake at the knees. He's very powerful. He's got a lot of authority. He's looking you dead on. Okay? You see his sword is tilted too. He's ready to strike. So remember, a lot of power with this card, but with great power comes great responsibility. All right. So can you put down those swords to feel confident in what you did and be the leader in a situation? Right. So there is going to be something here where, again, for me, a lot of different thoughts going on. Conflicty, tug of war-y kind of in your head. So communicate. Okay, communicate. Don't hold anything in this month, because you also got the Queen of Swords. Communicate, okay? Be the mediator. The Queen of Swords is someone that leads with her head, okay? And the reason why is because she doesn't want her emotions to cloud her judgment, okay? So this is someone who is fair. This is someone, actually Libra, all right? The Queen of Swords is Libra. So that fairness, that justice, the diplomacy, all of that, all right? But having your head above the clouds, all right? So this is something that I want you to do, okay? Be very, very headstrong this month, all right? Especially if you find yourself overanalyzing things, overthinking things to a point where it's just like, because you did get the Three of Swords. And so the Three of Swords, now you've got all of these swords. So yeah, a lot of swords. Remember, the mental suit, logic, intellect, thinking, communication, all of that. Three of Swords in your external factors area. So there could be something that it has an emotional impact on you, and that could make you go straight to your head, just over analyzing things, because even though it is what we call the heartbreak card, it's still the sword suit. Okay. Up here. So yeah, there could be something that is, emotionally impactful, where it makes you, have your guards up and you've got your claws out, but there's a way you can if you're not over analyzing things, not overthinking things, and not being hard on yourself, you're going to be fine. Remember, this is all about that power to draw a line in the sand. Okay. Now, you got the Ace of Swords. Oh my goodness. So this is why I think that you're going to be fine. You've got the Ace of Swords saying that you do want this breakthrough. You do want to have this clarity, this mental breakthrough, and see things for what they are. This is true perception here. All right. With the sword pointed straight to the sky. All right. And this is also an ace. So new beginnings, new way of thinking, even communicating. But this is a big card of change. Aces usher in new change. Swords change. All right. But remember, being honest with yourself. Swords are truth. Okay. Now, lastly, Two of Pentacles. There you go. You got the Two of Pentacles in your final outcome. There is going to be some. Looks like there's a lot going on for you this month. There's a lot going on for you this month, especially when we get to Taurus season. And remember, you already have Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus, so that's a lot of sixth house activity. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the sixth house, so you could be taking on a lot, but don't do it to distract yourself, okay? But there is also, this sense of a decision that you may have to make to have that balance in your life. Especially with the Queen of Swords showing up, but you see that, the Two of Pentacles, a lot of imbalance in this card. And it is, so it's like, you got to ask yourself, like, do I have to drop one of the pentacles, or can I do something where I can prioritize something else where things are a little bit balanced? You really give it some thought. Two of Pentacles, very interesting, coming up in your final outcome. Because remember that I said there's a lot of like finance stuff happening this month, money stuff, and then also with you. The Two of Pentacles is a Capricorn card, and that is your second house. Okay, so salary, money, and remember, you already have a lot of work stuff happening, and so and we have jobs to make money. So there could be even something new coming through, and you've got to make a decision about it. So with that, let's break it down. I'll clarify that one for you too. Okay, yeah, you got the Devil. Look at you, another Capricorn card. There's something that you may have to really, really think about, not falling into this trap of like something draining your energy. It's like if you're juggling, this is the juggler, right? This entire time, you see the Pentacles bound in the sign of Infinity. You could be doing this your entire life. If you're juggling this entire time, it could be just really bad for you. You may have to, again, it just seems like there may be something, you may find yourself doing things to distract yourself when you have to spend time facing some truths. And now you have the Devil that's showing up, that's saying the Devil's a trap. Okay. The Devil wants to like suck all that energy out of you. It's an energy vampire, right? You can see the bat wings here, I guess. Vampire. Anyway, but you do see the couple chained to the Devil. Okay. The chains are loose. They can break free anytime they want. And so it's recognizing something that may not be good for you. Recognizing it, so being honest with yourself. Something may not be good for you. It could be, and the Devil is like bad behaviors, it's addictions, it's vices, it's pessimistic thinking even. So recognizing it and breaking free from the Devil energy, and that's going to make a huge difference. Like when you recognize that, you can break free. Okay, so Sagittarius, let's break it down week by week. All right, so first week of April, so I already mentioned Mercury is going to go retrograde, okay, on April 1st, all right? So pay attention to that. That's going to be until April 25th, but with this Mercury retrograde, I really want you to pad it, okay? So if there's anything that you want to launch, any new thing that, or, like a contract or whatnot, try to wait until May, okay? Try to wait until May, because remember I said May is the best month. It's the luckiest. There's so many great aspects in May, okay? So pad that a little bit, especially if you want to buy like a new laptop and, all those other things. Remember, I'll leave that Mercury retrograde video at the end, but use this Mercury retrograde to reassess things in your life, to really rethink things in your life, and you'll be happier, okay? It's like, I've been saying in other signs, think of Madonna, right? Back in the 1990s, Remember what she said publicly? She's like, I'll never do electronic music. Come on. She rethought that. She went with it times. Look at like half her #1 hits. So just reassess things, all right? It's going to make sense for you. Now, on April 3rd, Venus conjuncting Neptune. Absolutely love this, especially for you when it comes to like significant other, your partner, home. This is all happening in your 4th house. This is a powerful, like, soulmate energy is what this is. This is feeling it in your bones. Okay. This is just love on a whole other level, a lot of compassion. Really love this. And again, if you're not here for relationships, a lot of creative energy around this. And it could be love for like family as well, but really, really love this. Now on April 4th, we already talked about it. Venus moving into Aries. Just know it. It's just kind of Dennis the Menacey, but impulsive energy, working with those energies. And it is fun. It's fun. It's just a little like, right? And it's in your 5th house too. So love, pleasure, relationships, family, children, creativity. Now on the 6th, I love Venus sextiling Pluto. This is really intense deepening of love. That's what this is. If you're single, you better go out there. This is really, really nice. It's like you will feel like a magnet. It's a lot of allure around this date. It's really, really nice. So let's see what's going on for you for the first week of April. You got the Fool. Your life is changing in a life-changing month. The Fool looks like you're starting this new journey. And this is a very optimistic card. A lot of optimism, a lot of innocence, a lot of opportunities here. You see the full abundance of the sun. I absolutely love that. A lot of vitality, growth, but we're kicking off the journey. Okay, we're kicking the new journey. So it seems like some of y'all may take that risk in something new. It's again, looking at your entire spread here, there may be some things that there's a lot of desire here. I mean, like you have the 2 sevens, you have the Knight of Cups, even the Devil, it can have that. But, with the Fool, I really love this because it is almost like that you're moving into this new chapter in your life, and there is this new cycle that's happening for you. And there's having faith in yourself is going to be a big thing this month. Okay. And that brings that confidence that is attributed to the Fool. So really love this for you. Now, second week of April. Yep. We got the new moon solar eclipse in Aries on April 8th. Remember, this is a big one. It's a big one. It's big. Use it though. Use this energy. This is your new beginning. Okay. So you use this energy and you just, this is when you mean business. This is taking care of business. This is even finishing up business. Remember, Mercury will be retrograde too, but just remember something new is happening here in your 5th house of love, pleasure, family, children, recreation. It's a big one. It's a big one. Now on April 10th, Mars conjuncting Saturn. We talked about this. Just you'll feel maybe a little bit of a squeeze, okay? A little bit of squeeze, a little bit of feeling tested. That's what Saturn does, okay? But you can pass the test. You'd be cool. You'll pass the test. Now, on the 11th, the day after, I love this. We have the Sun conjunct Mercury. So we have a Mercury Cazimi, all right? And Cazimi is when the planet's in the heart of the sun. So think about that alignment. This is big. Now, this is an inferior conjunction. It's just technical. It's because it's a retrograde. Mercury is retrograde. And so it's almost like this refresh, this rebirth of the mind, of the way you're thinking things, but reassessing things too. There's just this light bulb moment that can happen around this time that I really love for you. So let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the second week of April. 4 of Pentacles. All right. So this is really, you could feel. So what's really interesting, remember I said Mars is conjuncting Saturn in your 4th house of the foundations of your life. Well, there you go with the Four of Pentacles. Okay. And so your mind could be on finances around this time. There could be a lot of changes happening where you're just like, okay, I need to find that stability, that balance. Remember, you have the Two of Pentacles here. Remember, these are two Capricorn cards with another Capricorn card. But in any case, and remember, that's the second house of salary, finances, but also self-worth and self-value and confidence, all of that, which you have here anyway. So this is when you may shift some focus on stability in your life, the foundations of your life, especially with finances too, like financial stability, and really just thinking about that. Remember, I said all this Aries energy in general is I am. So remember, I am. It's like all about you, and really thinking about what's going to make you feel stable and bring whatever brings you stability in that equation as well. Okay, so it's all about, four is all about order, so bringing that order into your life. Now, third week of, where are we? Okay, so third week of April, on the 19th, we have the sun moving into Taurus. So we officially move into Taurus season. Now, on this day, Mercury will conjunct Venus. Absolutely love this. This is a great conjunction. Very diplomatic, fairness energy, a lot of like mediator energy, but like you could be very charming around this day. You could find others very charming and very compelling, and you could be speaking from your heart. Okay, that's speaking from your heart. Now, on the same day, Mars will sextile Jupiter and Uranus. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely amazing. You could find yourself being very ambitious around this time. A lot of optimistic energy. You could feel very energized. Even take advantage of this. It's a great day. It's a great day. It's also a really great day to break through patterns. And remember, you have that here. So use this day. It's a great day. Now it's happening the day before the big day. Jupiter conjuncting Uranus. Again, the planet of good luck, fortune, prosperity, expansion, profit, wisdom, all of that. With Uranus, breakthroughs, surprises, unexpected. So there could be unexpected, surprising opportunities and breakthroughs around this time. This is in your sixth house. So everyday activities, also health and fitness, and work is a big thing here. So just listen, this is your ruling planet conjuncting Uranus that's in Taurus in your sixth house. Just be aware that something could happen around this time that's really notable. Okay, really notable. Could be some travel related things happening around this time as well, but just be aware of this day. It's gonna be a big one. And then the day after, the 21st, the sun is gonna square Pluto. We'll talk about this more in the weekly reading, but this is a lot of like egos at play, and this is like that intensity that squares can be challenging. Pluto is a planet that asks, are you going to fear me, or are you going to own me? And you want to own it. So you want Pluto's empowerment too. So you want to be able to feel empowered, but this is a day where you don't want to feel too forceful. You could maybe feel others are being forceful. Remember, you have a lot of people involved here that in your spread. So just, again, this is a day to just be on top. Be on top, be confident, and feel empowered. So let's see what's going on for you with the week of the Jupiter Uranus conjunction, which of course we will talk about more later. But let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the third week of April. Oh, you got the Eight of Swords, another card that is coming up a lot. So you see, you got a lot of swords here. You got the Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, and now the Eight of Swords. Very interesting. So there is something this third week where it could be. This is an intense. Jupiter conjunct Uranus is big. Remember, it's been over a decade. So it's a rare aspect. It's a very rare aspect, and it can be really strong because remember, Uranus has that rebellious flair. So there could be something like around that, which we'll explore in the weekly spread. But you just got the Eight of Swords here. So when you look at what's happening here, there really could be something involving relationships or a partnership as well. Okay, so it can be love, it can be work related, because you do see the two people from the Lovers card here with the Devil. You've got the Knight of Cups here. Eight of Swords is attributed to Gemini, which is your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. But remember what I was saying, just don't be in your head too much. This card, we call it the self-victim card. So she put herself here. She blindfolded, bound, but again, you need to face your truth. This is her not facing her truth. This is her just thinking that she's protected by putting all these swords around her, where the reality is it's a prison. She built a prison of her thoughts. Swords of the mental suit. Okay, so there could be something the third week, okay, there where you may feel that you may be in your head a little bit. Again, over analyzing things. Just you can see her feet are free. You can walk out anytime you want. So remember what I said from the beginning. You may be in your head. There may be a tug of war up there, but just use Mercury retrograde to reassess things. And I'll clarify that for you. And rethink things, okay? Because you want it. You want that breakthrough, all right? You want that breakthrough. Yeah. You got the Hermit. So, yep. Go deep. Go deep. Go deep. And this is soul-searching energy. Really have that moment. You may, the third week, have some concerns about your future. Maybe remember, you have that stability energy. Something new's happened. And so whenever someone starts something new, whether it's a project, whether it's a family, whether it's, of course, you're going to have a lot of thoughts in your head. Just go within. I said from the very beginning, trust your intuition, okay? The Hermit, this is all about going deep, okay? So this is really great. I love that because it is, it brings out that wisdom in you when you go deep. Now, the last week, all right, Sagittarius, the last week of April, on the 23rd, we have the full moon in Scorpio. And again, that is your 12th house. So it could be a time where you get really emotional, thinking about a lot of things. Could be some things of the past, but also just really subconscious things that you may feel like are blocking you, and you're like, I gotta just kick this to the curb. But just know it's going to be an emotional full moon. Now, on the 25th, Mercury does go direct in Aries. It's still going to be in Aries, okay, until May 15th, until mid-May. But just know this is when it goes direct. But remember what I said, anything that is big that you need a sign, or just wait until May. No big purchases. Wait until May. The 28th, Mars will conjunct Neptune. This is a very interesting aspect. Okay, they're both in Pisces again in your fourth house. So again, a lot of home, family energy around this time. Foundations of your life. This is something where Neptune has that element of like illusion and deception. And with this conjunction with Mars, there could just be something. You already got that here, So remember, pay attention and just don't let anyone get you roused up to the point where they're making you be in your head, because there could be some deception around this time. But that's why it's also like using your intuition, okay? Using your intuition. All that Pisces energy is intuition. Mars and Neptune being in Pisces. Now, on the 29th, Venus officially moves into Taurus, and the day after, Mars moves into Aries. So now we have Venus moving into its home sign and Mars moving into its home sign. And you're going to feel that more in May, and we'll talk about that more in May. But just know that's going to be very, 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 very nice, but just more fiery energy, more fire. Like Mars moving into Aries is like Mars taking a shot of espresso, especially after being in Pisces for weeks, when he's just like, what am I doing here? So yeah, this is going to be a big week, the last week. All right, so let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the last week of April. Knight of Swords. You're going to be fine. Just get out of the head. If you can spend more time not being here, but trusting your intuition and really, really not closing off your heart too. One of the reasons why I say that is that look at your entire spread here. You only got one cup card out of all these cards. They're mostly swords, so a lot going up here, but this is really great. The Knight of Swords, okay? That just, boom, moving forward. moving forward. This is someone who's bold, someone who's courageous, someone who's confident, looking to just go after in a mental way. Okay, your mind finally released from this energy, the Eight of Swords, and coincidentally, they're both Gemini cards. And so remember, Gemini is rules their seventh house of partnerships and relationships, which are going to feel a lot more. You're going to have a lot of luck there, by the way. If you are concerned about partnerships, relationships, remember Jupiter is moving into Gemini in May. Gemini rules your seventh house partners. And so out of all the signs, you will have the most luck. And so you will have the most luck and good fortune, prosperity in terms of partnerships and relationships since 2012. It's a big time. And Jupiter's going to be in Gemini for a whole year. All right. So, but in any case, this is still, if you're not here for any of that, Knight of Swords, just boom, boom, boom. I mean, it's fearless. You can even see him going into the storm. That's how fearless and confident he is. So you're going to be fine. Just don't spend a lot of, if you are going to be up here, reassess things, rethink things, make sense. And, if there's anything blocking you, unroot them. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that, Sagittarius. So you're good. You're definitely going to be processing a lot, but just whatever that may be taking up too much headspace. Okay. And this is going to be a big month of changes. All right. But you are good. You just gotta go more into that heart energy, the heart chakra, and your intuition. Pull a lot of that out this month. Okay. With your, but you still have the Knight of Cups, which is great. Anyway, I'm talking way too much. Okay, thanks so much, Sagittarius. If you like this reading, would be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. What is this new thing? Okay, and then next week we'll go deeper into these aspects, and we will. Sagittarius, thanks so much. I will see you next week. Bye bye.